I know how to do this. I know how to do this. I can hit the buttons. I'm a good trained monkey. How's everybody doing out there in TV land? Yo, what is up? Yes, it is our waifu of the day. It's a flame throwing fox, a fire fox, if you will. Yeah, I know. I'm a silly Billy. Let me get the banner rolling here. I'm still, I gotta get to doing all the video editing, but I keep doing like artwork. Of course, Haldir, hail to the mighty Haldir out there with all the hot links. Look at that stuff. Look at that stuff. I salute you, good sir. All right. On with the show, as it were, right? So yeah, no, I pinned the link out there early. It's Monday. Let's get to work. Right, a busy day at Deadland. So I really wanted to start the show. Hold on, here I can button stuff. There we go. Hello, hi. Hit buttons, move things, see chat, hi chat. They're down there. So yeah, I wanted to get the show started around 1 p.m. Eastern, but Deadland responsibly. Way. I tried out the new schedule today, and it did not take. Pardon me, allergies kicking my butt today, man. So I've got my cup of coffee. It's delicious, I tell you what. So we can get on to more important things today, right? I was told I should just Bob Ross this whole thing. I'm gonna put in some happy little flames today using our Micron 8.5 millimeter line pen. It's a really nice pen. This show brought to you by Sweaty Balls. They're salty and juicy. Pop them in your mouth. Eat my sweaty balls. Yeah. So, yay, Lady Death. This one's coming up pretty good. It still has a bit of a ways to go. Right now, I'm just kind of like taking this 0.5 for texturing in some stuff because it looks like, and I was afraid it was going to be like the whiteout that I use. It's a cheap whiteout, and so it acting hydrophobic on pen. So I'm thinking of a solution to this problem here. I think the solution is to go with what I originally wanted to do, which was to grab some good old classic, some ink. Yeah, my messed up ink thing got knocked over. Yeah, ripped the cardboard box it was on. It was moved. So we'll get this getting to work here. Might have Paul Roper, the reader of 21 Demons, and also our chief executive officer. He's the guy who pretty much runs things. He does all the business stuff. He does a lot of the business. So I'm gonna splotch this in with black flames. A little bit of a flick. Does come out with it. Grab flows. That we're gonna come back over it again, and I always have a blotting sheet nearby. All right, we're keeping it light, unlike the the stuff we did yesterday. We got 9 people just chilling and watching. All right. Well, you know, I hope I keep you. So Buffalo, New York, Buffalo. Longest sentence in the world using only one word. But seriously, WQF, Buffalo. So I don't know if we'll follow angry cops out there. Richard High, Detective Richard High, also Staff Sergeant, Drill Sergeant Richard High. He has gone whistleblower, and he is being taken to task by local media. For real. The police union is standing behind him, as they should. Yeah, lock the cat in the room somewhere. Oh, no. All right, you're gonna have to wait, Bob. I'll get to you in a second. I'm almost done. Out of time. Yes. I think this is starting to come out like a miasmic fire. Yet ethereal looking flame thing going on there. And that is pretty trippy. I like it. I like it a lot. Heck yeah, man. Of course, the music in the background today is Burning Circuits by Legion Zero. Soundtrack. Now, this is the full music version, one of the 8-bit tunes that's going to be in the Scalpel Zero Retro NES game. I had to pause work on that because I had to get other work done. Like, that was my winter project. It didn't get done in time. What held me up was inserting all the storytelling, because it's a full book, dude. Like, for real, it's like full on like comic book worth of entertainment, and I'm gonna package it with an emulator, and we're gonna use Messin, just like Micro Mages did. If you haven't played Micro Mages, possibly one of the most fun games on Steam. You can also just get it from I think it's Mad Cat Studios. I think that's the name of their brand there. We're just gonna kind of shore up some of these things. I do want it kind of creeping over her a little bit, not like tenderly, just like she barely exists within this, this wickedness. Now, somebody on Twitter, and I totally lost track of the comment. I hunted down. I was like, dang it, I totally forgot to respond to this. They had asked a question if this was Lady Death or her evil doppelganger, and I was like, oh, no, this is Lady Death wearing her father's head as crown. I forgot to put that down. I was like, dang it. I had to think about it. I was like, wait a minute, what? I'm a casual. I'll admit it. I'm a casual being Lady Death. Seen her around a lot. Character looks cool. Read some of the early stuff. In there. So, little dabs. In here. Deep in that. Real gentle, real careful. It's when you're sponging, which is essentially what I'm doing here. It is absolutely a controlled chaos. It'll make any spray paint tool and any digital program seem comprehensive and understandable and predictable. Sometimes you're working like a Polynesian tattoo artist. You don't actually see what you're doing. You're like, nope, I'm just tapping. I'm tapping away. Build up some texture and kind of creeping in. Shore up this gradient. That's probably coming up as a real white spot. Oh, it's off screen. You guys can't see it. I need a better camera setup. Buy my book. Speaking of Rex, I am wrapping up stuff for him and going to phase 2 here shortly on the Midnight Triptych. I gotta organize a meeting with him, myself, and Omerglitch so we can sit down and go, cool. How do we make this the coolest thing ever? How do we make this so cool that people go, dang, man, that's so cool. I need it in my life. God dang it, cat. Yeah, we're going to have a trespasser here. It's attack. It's a giant military weaponized cat. Run. All right, you coming, bud? I love it. I'll be right back. I'm not even going to mute myself. You know what? I'm not even muting myself. I'm just going to grab this kitty and we's going to geek him in the most loving way possible. You'll get all your you see? Yeah. Okay, now I'm back. Yo, Muddy Bot, it's the J Bot. What's up, dude? What's up? All right, so here I'm back. Oh, back over here. Oh my goodness. All right, so since I also shored this up a little bit, I'm gonna have to shift the focus down on the camera. Out, trying to. So annoying. So annoying. See, now it's in my way. Clean up all the eraser shape. I'm around my desk. It looks ugly. It is unsightly. I tell you what. All right. Just buy my book. I can offer you a view that is not entirely cringe. Because this, my friend, is cringe. Tell you what is cringe. Cringe, sir. I do declare. Cringiest of the cringe. We ever did cringe. Then it cringed a little more. All right. All right. So we did that. We did the fire and whatnot. That's that ink has to set. So let's cheers. Oh, don't want to bean myself in the head. Get the boom out. Get the boom out of the frame. It's still in frame. Stupid boom. I never did like being a boom operator. For real. Switching light mode. Go. Better. Yeah. My boot. What kind of camera mount I'm going to use? Okay, so I've got this, I don't know, cheapo generic 1080 camera. Cost me $14. I bought two of them. One for here, and then one for over there. All right. So, then I use OBS virtual camera as well on top of that, plus a game capture. Fancy waifu. Yeah. So, there we go. So this is where I last left off on this. His head's too big. This panel right there. So I'm gonna have to change that. What is that? Panel 2. Go to panel 2. Grab my pan. Trusty sidekick to get in here. Look at Trusty sidekick. I haven't seen him around here a long time. Time in between time. See, this is the part of the show I don't like. I don't have a way to. I have to bring it up on my phone. I can see the chat. Silly. Silly. Okay, yeah. Well, first we open up the. Open up. Go to the link. With the live broadcast. Yeah, we go there. Make sure the volume's down. Not be too silly. There we go. Oh my goodness gracious. All messages. All right. I can now see the chat and not just like, oh my gosh. Oh by golly. Oh, what am I gonna do now? I need to shrink. Mechanical pencil. That's what? Oh, stop. You're far too silly. Far too silly. Erase this one. Erase it. Yeah. Trim it in a little bit. Back a little bit. Bring it. I'm only doing a light erase, so that way I could see where it was. So I'm not trying to like resize everything. Actually, I have a point of reference. But if it is wrong point of reference, I know in which direction is wrong. Why am I trying to type something in chat? Silly talk. Just what? People do that? Yep. So, and it's just been one of those things. Just a little too much. A good dude. John Dillard has Buckler, his breakout hit. Over on FunMyCom. I gotta go over there today, and I'm just using super fine line. Why is this a super fine line pencil? I don't need text face. I'm not showing up though. Weird. What's going on with my pencil? Just fine. It works. On blue. Am I using this blue? I would. No, I wasn't using. All right. still really big. Right? It's huge. We can torque his head a little bit more. There, pulling down. There's the arm. That's one. No, because the arm, shoulder has to be up. Bring that one. That's the leverage point on it. Sometimes you just gotta drop leverage points. They're a little weird sometimes, right? A little weird sometimes. Nope, I don't like it. I hate it. I hate it so much. We're gonna bring the elbow down a whole bunch. The buckler, the story from Pariah. Hey, good job, Hall dear. Good job. Yeah. And pencils down. Also like that one. I don't know what's going on with the whole yellow flash thing. I just know that he called a whole bunch of fans not nice things. And I mean, I don't like it when it's done in any direction. People are going to be a fan of what they're going to be a fan of. So, you know, they don't always have to be that. Shit. You know, it's like, yeah, no, call it out for what it is. Give your review. Move on. I don't want to play the game where we're celebrating somebody's failure. Unless we're trying to glean, you know, something of value from them. I hate it. I really do hate it. I'm gonna go ahead, tear this down a little bit. That, grab it as hard as you can. Change the direction of the fist. Stretch out. There's going to be another one that comes in. Natural neck muscle. That. Right there. That. This is where the lip thing should be. One back, so we're arching big guy back. So if we're to draw a body flow, here's its shoulders, right? Put that shoulder back. Yep. I still need to come up with a decoration. It's gotta be cool. Probably like armor, church, bolt ports in it. Stuff. A little more Vive. A little more Vive than this, but arch ring plate comes in. Bottom part of the screw is solid. Top part split. That way, really get layers. And this is the other piece. This whole thing, you know what, with this point, he splits off. You know, this top one split. Oh, no. Anyway, that's not what I'm doing here. Doing some. Yo, Silvar, what's up? Is that thumbnail still on solid? Yes, yes, sir, it is. I woke up, and before I had caffeinated, I threw together that thumbnail, and I just put the tagline up. But hey, thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a good one. Demifoot, Urban Sasquatch. Yeah, no, that's another one. So go get your copy of the Butler. Yeah, go get that. So, all right. Oh, that and want that. This is pulling this one. This one is pulling this one. Right, so oh no. All right, the whole thing is wrong. That's why it wasn't. Yep, so oh my goodness. Dude, no, for real. All right, I know what I need to do. I know what I need to do. Yep. Okay. Okay. Dang it. I hate it so much. I really do. What the heck is going on with you? Why are you? I break this pencil somehow. Your texture. Density. Thing seems to be fine. Why is it not pencil? Okay, fine. Use this. All line comes with this. It's gonna be bent back to the side frame. It's gonna be her body, and I don't care how strong or how tiny you are. Entire body versus a neck, proper mechanics apply. Real simple Soviet. Center line. Not quite twisted, still twisted. Definitely. Yo, Frederick Iman, how you doing? Good to see you. Have to do a split. Jammed into his neck. This. Great. So that it is mostly in there as cut. into all busted. Snapping and breaking. Rings are becoming disconnected. Bending. Weak spot. Can be bent, can be broken. Alright, we want to demonstrate this is sheer strength. Oh, this one's gonna be fine. The other next side, that one's not torqued beyond its limitations. Stretchiness. It was only designed to be so stretchy. Okay. You know what I liked? Man, I'm gonna do this to me again. Okay, sorry, I'm having technical difficulties. Okay, that should be better. Yo, Marinez, what's up? How you doing? And by the way, if you guys, anybody wants to come up here, hang out, talk some slops, talk some shops, you know, and get some work done, talk about your project. Give me a Dropbox to your trailer. I can add it to my ad lineup. That would be cool. Don't make me have to go hunt it down and acquire it from the internet. For real. Like a baddie. Not a baddie. Do that one. Of course, next layer of penciling, I'm gonna have to draw in like a whole bunch of visor mount. And that wraps around, it wraps around, right? For Soviet, and of course, this comes down his chest. So, go ahead and zoom out. I think that I can actually just go ahead and take this and transform it. We'll move it down. I want to have room for her body to stretch out. I think, you know what, curve on this, have her wrenching back and lifting with her legs. I think that's the that's what I want to go with here. So grab my pencil. Good to see everybody out there. Grab my pencil, round out this head a little bit more. Okay. Wrenching it back. It's been pushed back. This ring is too low. Oh, neck ring. This is why I like doing my pencils digitally. Can you imagine how much I would have torn up my paper by now? And because, you know, I've described it as not so much of a penciler inker as I am a sculptor. I always rough stuff in, and then I line it down and refine it down because I'm still learning. You know, I'm still having to draw in all the form. And one day I'll just get to the point where it's like, oh yeah, hoo-yah, look at that. I just pooped out another picture So then I think take that. Got the big cylinder on his back. This is actually water. His is empty because he's not walking. He's not on patrol with. Well, it's empty. His personal supplies. But this is a standard instrument. Shoulders are oversized, heavily armored. Because that's number one place where you're gonna get hit. So, to wrench him back like this. Now I'm such a jerk to myself. Now I can actually move that. Now that I see where everything is, we're gonna move that head up. And because we're gonna tilt it back and we're moving it straight in the line. One like right, so almost got like a natural look. Gotta give space. I think if I put it there, I say okay. No. I think like that. No. No. Okay. Yep, I think that's going to be good enough. I think that's going to be good enough. Okay. Cool. Sorry, I got like all super quiet. But at least you had some Legion Zero music. Burning Circuits OST. We're going to kind of stretch it out a little. Just under some serious tension. Put the kukri taken like this out of the neck. That is about that big. Hand number one here. Hand number two here. Right, reaching into the eye, the broken eye. So if we go back to the earlier page, we see, here, there, the little eye showing right there. This one right here, we see that the glass is broken. Oh shoot, the pack's not as big. Gotta draw it smaller. That's fine. That's right. I didn't give him that pack. See why I need to do like turnarounds even for my own stuff. Oh. Okay, that's cool. Gives her less of a purchase. Got the general utility pack. I'm gonna change that for the new one. I'm gonna keep the same design just for this purpose. A little bit. Pulling like this. Pulling like this. I'm gonna have to. We're gonna have to set this down. Him like right. Okay, that's interesting. Chill Monday stream today. Everybody stopping by. I guess everybody's super busy. It is Monday. It is Monday, but I'm in here to work. And we're going to check back in on Lady Death here in a minute after this, after we do our first break. Because it is getting time to take a first break, get up and do some exercise. Arching. Go ahead and page there. Throw her head back. Right. Boom. Actions. So that would push out more. Push the shoulders out more. That's straight. Okay. Pulling. She is pushing against. Right there. We'll put the other one right behind the neck. That way she. Yeah. Right, so this is on the hips. Right. And leg's gonna have to come out to there. And then this one. There. She is thinking. Contract leg in a little bit. This one. Have to torque her body even more. She is putting all of her strength into it. Right? This isn't like one of those casual superhero comics where it's like, oh, it turns out it was super easy, barely an inconvenience. Yo, we have a link for Gemini Crusaders and subscribing to Frederick Iman. Yeah, no, I love that stuff. That's what makes this channel happen, by the way. The fact that people can come over here and know that they can find something new. They might find something they like. I like variety. Not particularly going to exclude anybody from the marketplace. Know that it would be quote unquote controversial, but I would be interested in hearing from my audience and reading a general audience. You know, hey, what do you think of the trailers that I've played? Right? Fans of the products. Have you invested? Are you a return customer? Are you a never again customer? I would love to have that information. So this is completely torqued. Yeah, torque this even more. So this is our sword. This is my rifle, my gun. Okay, so that's our sword, our kukri. We're gonna have to. There's our lines. This is way beyond tolerance. This is okay. So we're gonna have to. I'm gonna break a couple of these. Twist them out. Like these have already done. What's going on? Close my door, please, young one. Oh, I think that was the dog. Silly dog. Bring her back. You know what? It's about time to go ahead and take a break. Get up, move around. So I have worked on composing this, dude. You know, gotta put the work in. I can't move all the way over there. It should be right. Yeah. Okay, everybody. So, we're gonna go take a break. I'll tell you what, it's gonna be a good one too. I'm gonna leave you with the dancing waifu. That's right. Look at this waifu. Let's go ahead and get her to dance. That person there done really her butt. Probably a book on fourth wave feminism by looking at her. Oh man. But we got another waifu over there. That's actually kind of neat. Throw in a bow and all that stuff. Don't even want to know. We don't want to know what them weeaboos is doing in a weeaboo game. All cuddling up like that. All right. Let's go ahead and let's go with the arc stance. That's the one. Yep. Oh, but there we go. There we go. Get a little bit of zoom in on that. Nope. All right. Okay, everybody. I'll see y'all in just a little bit. Until then, boom. All right. We are back. We are back. We are back. Let me remove that comment, that highlighted comment. We had Scarlett show up, and while I was on break, I was off in Dadland doing Dadland type things, and selling. So what is this we are watching right now? Right now, this is our waifu of the day, the flame-throwing fox, a fire fox, if you will. With that custom-made gas mask-looking apparatus, that breather. That was a marvel of using little bits that they have for this game for customization and whatnot. So yeah, that is our waifu of the day. Waifu number 28. 28. I think I'm going to go to 32, and then we're going to hold our first tournament of the waifus. We're going to show off all the character designs and whatnot, have people pick. You know, it's all the way from sexy to cool to commando and cute, elegant. I think I got a nice, you know, some summertime fun. One snooty, one you know, mindful, demure. So that's not what you came for, though. That's not what you came for. Y'all came for Lady Dat. Yeah, buddy. This one is coming along, so I gotta switch over here. You know, and then that's why this camera needs to be over here. Right. So I might have to buy a third camera. I might have to buy a third camera. Okay, so this foreground stuff, I'm going to come over this. Now, I can't hear because you got some shadowy areas, but I think that's going to be, say it's going to be too strong now, but I know that it's just going to be just right, so we're going to start popping in some weight. So we're do that by increasing the line weight, shadow. I'm gonna boost this. This thing is all cat. Even though keep that in. That one up just more. There. Oh, it started off like off with it. Do not know. Probably. I guess one of those bands like Panic on the Disco, Panic at the Disco. I don't know. Oh, I have the wrong screen open. I can't see the chat. Oh, can't even see what I'm doing here. And see if I could tilt this camera down just a little bit. No, I already have it tilted like that enough. All right. Because then my hand takes up like most of the space, right? So, so annoying because I got to find a compromise. And what I really need is another armature. I need an armature for this camera so that way I can move it into position and it can stay out of my zones of movement. Real. That would be awesome. A little bit. You know what? And this is too big of a head. So 0.5 millimeter, you're out of here. We're going to go down to 3 millimeter. There we go. That's much better. Much easier work. So you do want a thick line, but crazy. Plus, I think that 0.5 millimeter. Seen better days. Its lines are a little fuzzy. I think it's toast. I think it's time. That one. It's this insat. That. That. Yep. So, fades, right? It's different. You're leaning on the pointy bits, light. Together, it makes them point. Right? And you got to be real gentle with it because you could. It's very easy to. Lean into the pointy bit. Tighten it in the line weight. This is why I went with multi-liners, honestly, because I have full control. I feel like I have better control over my line weight. I know that if I practice with a brush, I could get super good at it. Super easy, barely an inconvenience, as opposed to what I was doing, like doing it with steps. Into the pointy bit here. Might have to come back over that. A little bit of white, maybe. Pointy bit, heavier on the downside. I wouldn't say like super sizable or anything. Looks great. She looks great. Keep it up. Oh, thank you very much, Scarlett. I appreciate it. Got fever. So I've got a macro keyboard coming to me. Somebody is donating. That's really awesome. That's going to allow me to like push a single button and just try other, and will really up the production value. There's transition to show far more enjoyable. Hang out. So pointy bit right there. Can't really do nothing much with that because it's on black. This we're coming into the area. Kind of the opposite. The opposite, shading it heavier on the bottom. Fill it in. It out just a little bit. Put in some structure. It's just there to bring it cool. All right, so as we get closer to the camera, we are going to be increasing our standard line weight size. And we do the thing with the pointy bits. The thing with the pointy bits. Pointy bits stand up. If you over ink it, you can always go back over it with slide out. Make sure everybody can. I know it's potato cam and I'm working with tiny pens and fine lines. So that is actually, the purpose and why I'm doing this one. And I've got next after this, I have a Billy Tucci's lined up that is going to curl your toes. You're staring at this picture for so long, you're gonna feel like you watched a whole movie. It's a really good idea. Not revealing it, and I have a Heather Swanson from Cyberfrog planned up, and all y'all are gonna love that one. it plays into a popular theme. I don't want to spoil it, right? I don't want to reveal it. I don't want to reveal it yet. But it plays into a popular theme right now amongst artists. Right? So now I'm going to upgrade to the 0.5 millimeter. Now I'm like really close. We're increasing the one. So we want this sword to be beefy. Beefy. That's our high point. I'm going to go ahead and do this on the black, even though it's like really hard to see. Right? Because I'm going to go back over this with the white out, because I still need to put in the cracks in the stone. Rotate canvas here. You guys see that? You guys? Yeah, you guys. That good. Get in on this. Yeah, buddy. Pokey bit. Here a little bit. Start deepening. I should have ended it down here too. For grading it. Yeah, oh, mess that up. Okay. Control chaos. Right. So light. Moving on out to the not so heavy on line weight. Then at the bottom of this cape, while I'm here with this 0.5 millimeter, we are going to come in here and we are going to darken in around the bottom of this, tracing its outlines, whatnot. I'm kind of making like little, I'm making like little rainbow infinity kind of deals. So like that's the pen stroke that I'm using. I'm just getting in really small and really tight, and it allows me to keep a little bit of noise in there, but also keeping control of coming up against the surface. Grab that line, whirl it around a bit, put it on this, same thing. Kind of blend it off into the miasma, right? Okay, so like that. Come here, grab this. This 0.5 millimeter is on its last thing. I'm encouraged, not optimistic. One of those big auction shoes. Know those people. No, those people. You know what I mean? Like no. I couldn't just. Okay, so my plan, as I do believe, virtue and value. Family motto for the Duggan family. Our motto, virtue and value. I'm gonna go ahead and check. Pardon me. And so I'm gonna go and I'm take old pictures, push myself to the limit. This is like the final training before the Kumite, because I will have to go into getting Neon Revenant Scalpel Zero. Those gotta get done. when I'm done here today with this, I'm wrapping up a couple of things for Christian. Check his stuff. Yo, what's up, Edwin? The Buzz, the Ace, Acevedo. Gonna kind of clean that up a little bit in there, tighten it up. Come in here on the other side and do the same thing. Work my way around the west. Again, same little rainbow pattern, like little tiny rainbows. Little rainbows, little infinity symbols, infinite rainbow. Some noise, but cold. Talking about cold chaos. Harness. I might come in and do some. I don't want the sword to like take up too much, but I want it to be foreboding. Rot. Barrel. You know, argue with barrel. Of course, if anybody wants to join over here on YouTube, if you're watching on Twitch or X, you can come up and join the panel. Come show me what you're working on. Show me what you're interested in. I hold myself to a policy of not. I don't shame people for what they like. You like what you like, but I don't have to. Don't have to like what I like. That's fine. That's not a serious social concern. Trying to get somebody taken off and ruin their business over bad business practice. Oh yeah, dude. Called Better Business Bureau. Like for real. Really that bad. Consumer complaint. I think, oh well, that doesn't apply to crowdfunding. That's only nice to, business. Most of these people are either operating under some kind of corporate license, or the sole proprietor. Therefore, eligible for the critique. You make consumer complaints. An avenue. Set up a whole bureaucracy. People don't pay attention to Better Business Bureau. And I think it's because there's just an all-time low confidence. This is what. Getting all this done. Said you should Amazon wish list and affiliate links to the supplies you use. People could buy you the stuff you need. You can earn some money from people buying supplies with my link. That is a really good idea. It is. And I have been thinking about that. Got to get that all squared away. Little monster. But yeah, no, for real. I do need to get that squared away. All right. Back to the little rainbows. Rainbows, keeping up the chaos. Not the chaos. That's the fun one right there. We're getting some cool shows soon. I got people lining up to get on the show for a regular appearance. That'll be something. It'll be one of those things, All right. Oh, goodness gracious. All right. Oh, so much work that still needs to be done. But that's okay. I was going to... Yeah. So, that is my 0.5 millimeter. I need 0.3 millimeter. Is now... Ooh. This thing in. Be nice and light. Because put it in. Because we're going to be doing other fun things, folks. Yay! Yay, fun. We like fun. We like fun. But I was thinking about it. I was looking at this last night. You know what? That's what. Get a little funky with it. Got dying 0.3 millimeter. Great. Tiny. We're gonna take advantage of this. Dad, I had an idea on the blade, gonna make it pop, kind of like visual different thing, kind of deal. Yeah. Thinking about that, that's interesting. All this visual art stuff, it's all illusion. None of it actually is a lie. Oop, oop, oop. Well, I actually had to stop myself because I was going to put like, I don't know, on there all sorts of this sharpening swirl there, which is fine. All right, fine. Do. So much stuff to do. Oh, look, there is bot. It is Stream bot. Hello, Stream bot. It is not stream on glorious Twitch without bot saying hello. I am here to help you. You are nobody talking on Twitch. There is no audience. What are you doing? Why are you here? And you are here because your mother. That's why I'm here. None of your business. Go away. Does not take this very well. It is of having hurt feelings, cryings, lots of crying. Hideous amounts of rather embarrassing. I am embarrassed. Second here. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Woo! More little lines. Like, this is one of those pictures that, like, if I were to do the Eclipse Studio computer records via stroke, right? It would be insane. This video, the time lapse of way too many. Those lines generally budget in up here. Oh, there we go. Trying. I can. My grunts are okay. They're okay. Not the biggest. I am a Copic. I'm a Copic guy. I love my Copic multiliners, but the only pen that I like better than that are my Kohinoor Rapidiographs, old school OG Rapidograph drafting pens. I love those. Favorite, pricey, and take so much maintenance and so much care. And I don't have a schedule, nor do I have a need to get an intern. I know they're free. Still, you know, they're like, I'm hungry. I want food. Oh, I'm thirsty. I have to go to the bathroom. Oh my god, dude. How much money do you cost? Disgusting. Alright. Oh, editing that in just a little bit. Let's see here. Okay. Stretch. All hunched over and whatnot. Right. Well, that's doing that. We're going to tag in whiteout. Don't like how this little hard to work with. Yep, no. All quiet. I'm like, ooh, I'm paying attention to what I'm doing. Look at me. Aren't I a fancy bastard? Nobody. Okay. And that's what I want to do with that. Next. Okay. I gotta let that sit. You know what? I'm gonna go to Vanland. 10 minutes, everybody. 10 minutes. We'll be back. Because I gotta let this set. So let's go full waifu. Right. You know what? I'm gonna leave you guys with something a little different here. We're gonna go ahead and mute that entirely. We are going to go to no, we're gonna go ahead and grab the whole thing, play the whole thing, and I'm gonna put it on shuffle and repeat, and make sure that it is on. Boop. There we go. Then I can mute my mic. By claiming this new role and corrupting it to the evil, chaos can also reign here freely. Oh my God. Thank you. I wouldn't have noticed that if you hadn't come in. Dude, you're a lifesaver. What's up, brother?
And not much, man. Just chilling.
Oh my God. I didn't even have the output connected. I'm like, wait a minute. I've got voice register and I'm staring right at it. I'm like, it's not plugged into the right channel. SOB. It's Monday.
The Mondayest Monday ever.
Right? How's your project come along, man?
Oh man, everything's good. Like I said, just set up the finish setting up the campaign, and then just announced the pre-launch page, so people can go click it and get notifications when we launch on July 31st. So that's just
all
about
right,
to
well,
get the word out there, and you know.
Dude, you have delivered on a lot of fun entertainment, man.
Oh, thank you, man.
Yeah, no, dude, like this is what we wanted to see, right? This is what we're building. And I love it. More and more coming.
Yeah.
So tell me about your latest endeavor.
Yeah, right now I'm working on the Drawn Aces Comics Group anthology. It's gonna be launching on Kickstarter. It's a 30-page black and white anthology featuring 5 short stories from all my different characters. So you see a short story from the Ace, one from Bloodbone, one from Raid of the White Leopard, and then I'm introducing 2 new stories. One is about this new hero called Savior, and then the second one is by me and Joe Ball. We're doing like a little adventure called Blue Blaze, and that's gonna be like a little short story there too. So it's a lot of fun. You'll see some art on the sign up page there, showing a little bit, you know, just enough to tease you for the story. Yeah, man, I'm super proud of, you know, everything that I've been kind of building, and this is kind of something to help get more eyeballs on all of those projects and a lot of those books, you know, for the new future volumes that are going to come out in the next couple of years. So this is something that if you never tried one of my books, you can try this little anthology and get like a little vibe about everything I've been doing. And if you are familiar with it, you can get like reintroduced to, you know, has some couple new stories in there, you know, new format. So yeah, it's a fun idea. Yeah, thank you, man.
I'm digging it. I'm really digging it. That's fantastic. Pardon me. I'm taking different antihistamines today because I'm out of my regular one, and so I am all out of sorts today, dude. I'm not digging it, but I'm.
Today's my day off. It's been kind of crazy. I've been trying to do all these other stuff. Like I said, getting the sign up and everything done today. Just trying to get everything finished. I'm like, the day is already like gone by. I'm looking up. It's already like 4 o'clock. I'm like, oh man, this is Monday's already gone.
No. Dude, no, for real. It evaporates underneath you. And then next thing you know, it's like, dude, I gotta go to bed or I'm not gonna be well rested for tomorrow.
Yeah, I gotta go pack some more Ace books. Ace 3 is about more than halfway fulfilled, so gotta get out the rest of the book. So yeah, man.
Dude, you've been knocking it out for years now at this point.
Man. Six projects. This is gonna be my 7th. So yeah.
Yeah, I remember Ace Volume 1, man. That's when I did. That's when I drew Ace on the giant CG collage.
Yeah, man, that was great. Fun times.
Heck yeah, man. Oh, we like those times. We like those fun times. Okay, so we're starting to get there.
Bring them back.
Yeah, no, man. And you know, I'm always happy to have people joining me up here, man. I'm up here. I'm working on stuff that because I really don't have time to be on social media. So I'm like, okay, so how do I get myself out? Okay, I'll just get out here. I'll get some work done.
Yeah, man, it's always good. Like I'm always looking for I like draw streams and stuff I can just put in the background and keep an eye on that doesn't take my full attention, you know. It's kind of like, you know, I can just kind of watch and be like, oh, these guys are doodling up something cool. And then I can check back while I do my stuff and then check back like 10 minutes later, see the progress, you know. Like,
Right,
so
right.
not enough of like stuff I can put like really in the background that's gonna like just like distract me, because YouTube's like one of those never-ending rabbit holes. You can always get pulled into something.
Oh no, for real. And it's like, you won't believe what happens next.
Yeah, so you start looking up, especially the shorts, man. The shorts are super addicted. They're like
Oh,
crack, like,
oh,
yes,
dude, no, for real.
I'm gonna watch 50 Rome shorts just like in a row, and just like waste like an hour just on shorts. So yeah, it's funny how that works.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I do. Next thing you know, you're like, yeah, you've wasted a whole hour watching shorts, and you're
Yeah.
like, time to go.
And I mean, I
What
won't
happened to my
complain. Rome
day?
is great, but you can't just do that all the time. So
Right.
yeah.
Oh, okay. So it is. It's the paper. Okay. I'm working with different materials. To work with. I haven't used my analog art supplies in a lot. And what? Those things expire. And so I'm like, dang, man, I got to make money. All right. What's a quick way to deliver like something really cool and get some scratch? You know what? I'm going to do some popular characters. Okay. Well, I'm not going to do mainstream characters. I don't want to promote them. Right. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to focus on creator owned. And I was like, you know what? And Ninja Turtles fall into that category because those guys didn't get their stuff stolen from them. They cashed in, right? They made it big. They're like, you know what? This is big enough. I don't have to do this anymore. You guys could have it for a hefty price. And they sold the Ninja Turtles. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to fall that into the category on a technicality of being a creator IP because they voluntarily gave it up, happily walked away to do other things. So I've got this. Next, I'm going to do Billy Tucci. And I'm going to do a Heather Swanson from Cyberfrog. And I don't know who I'm going to do after that.
Now, if you're
That's
looking
going to
for
work.
hot babes, I can always recommend one of mine, Angelique,
Yeah,
from the
see?
80s. Yeah.
And that's what I want to do because I'm like, dude, fan art, people underestimate the power of fan art.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. Like, just every time I see anybody do something for
Yeah.
like my characters, they instantly
It,
just brightens up my day, man. Just like it's so cool. I think Metal Moves and Brewskis, their Matt ended up doing a bone piece, which is sick. He just surprised me with that. That just made my day, man. I was smiling from ear to ear.
oh,
Just
yeah, dude. No,
cool.
and he rocked that piece too, dude. Had energy.
Yeah, it's like, it's always interesting to see different people, like what they take from the character, like that's the
Right.
always thing I always encourage people. It's just like I want you to like take the character, but like put your spin on it, like do like what,
Have a little fun.
yeah, especially like if I hire you for like, work, I like your art. So I just want to see kind of what you do on it. It always makes
Right.
for
Yeah.
interesting little touches. People like they play up different things, and you could always just take different ideas or different like, oh, I'll keep that. I won't keep that, for it. So
Yep. No, it's always fun. I always loved the Marvel art books back in the day, and they would have like a whole bunch of different. They would be like on theme, like, oh, here's an Avengers art book, and it's just a whole bunch of pinups, right? And of course, the X-Men's were the most popular, especially that swimsuit issue. That still stands up to today
oh,
of
you kidding
different
me?
people having takes on those characters. Like you get Bill Sienkiewicz in there, and he's got like he hired some skinny model to pose for his swimsuit pictures. Like, dude, eat a cookie, lady, eat a cookie. It's for your health. But it was cool to see all those different interpretations. Oh, look. Oh,
So definitely, that's what helped make a lot of those characters kind of branch out. Like people really
mm-hmm.
connected to like those X-Men characters from like the late '80s, early '90s. Like there's something just the way they were drawn, the situations they were put in, the character designs, all the different choices. It just stuck with people, you know. It's like even today, like anytime I think about any of these characters, like if you just mention Rogue, like I'll just instantly go back to like 92 Rogue, you know.
Right.
Like it's
Like
just like it calls me, you know, like it's just like it doesn't matter how many issues have passed since that. That's who these characters are to a lot of us still.
Well, you know that Savage Land Rogue is popular again because they
You know,
released a new Savage
like
Land Rogue book,
for
and of course
decades,
that's a
Savage Land Rogue has
right.
been, you know, like the
Yeah.
Storm with the Mohawk, like different.
Right. So I
Mhm.
figured I was gonna do when I do the Heather Swanson, you know, I'm gonna do Savage Land Heather Swanson.
Oh, that'd be dope.
I thought that would be a fun one right there because it's like, yep, no, I don't want to promote X-Men. I don't want to promote Marvel. Uh, I'll promote anybody. I'll promote Larry Higgins before I promote Marvel.
Doesn't look like anybody's happy with X-Men here. I just heard all the latest observations, and he wasn't happy. So
Yeah, yeah, no, it's breaking the rules, man. It's breaking the rules. There are rules on the internet, and there are rules when it comes to storytelling, and all these folks are breaking rules left and right. So I accidentally threw over the other horn over here on this side. Uh, had to white it all out, reconnect this. Still got to go back in with another round of jelly roll to get set for this because she's it won't fit.
yeah, the glare's kind of killing some of it, but I can see where it's going.
Yeah. Let's see if I can get. Oh god, it just makes lighting worse. If it was possible to get worse. Um, let's
There we go. That's
see.
better.
Buy my book. I need more lighting. That's a
There you go.
little better.
Yeah,
Wrong
you
direction.
start seeing it more
Yeah,
now. Like
yeah. I got to get the horn in on this and finish texturing this blade, the sword. Get that done, and touch up the boots. Those need a major overhaul. So, and this, and then sign it and be done with it. Move on. I've got a she picture that it's gonna be a it's gonna be a banger. Um, it's gonna be a banger. Let me just say, lots and lots of cherry blossom and a piece of action caught in a still moment of time uh, that will unfold for your eyes.
nice.
Yeah, it's a high attention to detail kind of picture. Uh, nice tiny pen, good line weights, uh, telling a story in a single picture. That's also part of my like little challenge to myself here. Um, that I really want to do that with these pictures. You know, every picture that's not a piece of production is a warm up. It's a training exercise. But I've adopted that bit of mentality there. Every one of them, they're all training exercises.
Yeah, man, it's also
Little
good to get
signature.
your art out there more. You know, people
Mm-hmm.
people people like to see what you're working on. You know, it's kind of one of the drawbacks of being like a writer. I gotta wait till like my artists are done before I can show off stuff, and then I can't show off too much because
Right.
it'll give away the books. You know, I can't do like
Well,
progress stuff like that. You know, like so they gotta hold on to my stuff a little more. But yeah,
you know, and writers exercise too. They come up with a little bit of fan fiction. You might not write it down. You know, they come up
oh
with
yeah, no,
stories
I'm
like, oh,
always,
I know how to do a good story right there. Or,
I'm
you know,
always,
well, the other
I
day
got
while I was taking a dookie,
Trust me, the ideas, the memos, the outlines, they don't stop. It's like sometimes I look back at my folders. I'm like, I don't even remember doing this. I wrote like a whole 10, 12 pages. So
Oh my goodness.
I might never tackle, but it's cool. And then like sometimes you take ideas from that stuff too. Like, oh no, I'll use this for sign offs. And then, it's fun. It helps
Right. Yeah.
helps stretch the mind. Like it's something that's like
Yes.
it doesn't come naturally to me. Like so the more that I'm
Mhm.
writing, the more that I get into like a zone, the more I can kind of like it becomes kind of
Hell
more
yeah.
it comes easier, especially because it's not just writing, it's just like rewriting and then going back and editing and then dialoguing and then all of that. So it's always like a multiple step process. So
Oh, I'm tracking like a heat seeker, my friend. Uh, yeah, you got to exercise.
yeah.
Gotta exercise. That's why I take the hourly break. I'm gonna go get some exercise real quick. I do some stretches. I do some rotations. Checking on Dadland stuff needs to get done. I run a tight ship. Uh, I get back to work, and that's that's why I opened up like this open office space. Where we can work, we could talk about work, we could promote some stuff, talk about the projects and stuff. And it's not like your normal like high pressure. All right, what's your elevator pitch and stuff like that. This is actually a place where you can work on your elevator pitch and like nah, that doesn't work.
Yeah, man, it's definitely needed. It's like kind of how things used to be. Things used to be a little more
Right.
kind of less structured and kind of just more just show up and then
This
you
is
just kind of vibe with people. So
yeah, I would say that this is a genuine YouTube show in the truest sense of like YouTube, like back in the day when it was people.
yeah,
Yeah, we got a little bit of production value. I'm getting intros for everybody. I'm collecting intros. Like, so, dude, oh, yeah, you have an intro, let me know. Send it to me, and I'll put it in the roster. So that way, anytime you show up, boom, we play your intro. Same thing with trailers. Everybody out there, send me your trailer. Please don't make me hunt it down. I don't have a lot of time. So, chances of me finding the time to hunt it down, rip it, format it, MP4 format, that's what StreamYard takes. Um, you know, and yeah, get that stuff to me because I want to add all that stuff to the roster. Like I'm gonna go grab the Bucklers trailer because uh, there's no love lost between Dillard and I, but uh, for real, what's going on with him and stuff, I can't abide. Can't abide.
that's always been cool with me. So I'm cool with him.
Exactly. Well, I mean, no, he's been cool with most people. He and I had a falling out years ago, and it's like, no, it's fine. We still go on shows. We vibe off each other really well. It's just that behind the scenes, we don't get along. It's a clash of personality.
Yeah,
All it is.
that's what happens
And
with adults sometimes. Not all of us.
right,
Get
right.
along.
And,
It's like it's all right.
and so it's like, yeah, no, I don't wish the guy any ill, and I don't disparage the guy either because it's not that kind of thing. No, just didn't get along. There was an upset there, but it's gone, it's past. We're both men, you know. Uh, and but it's like, yeah, no, I see him this stuff, and I'm like, Billy's got a family. He's a hard worker. He's got good relations with a lot of people out there. So, and he maintains good customer relations. I'm like, no, this is a guy who should be making lots of money, especially with what he's. I love pencils down. Golden Patriots really not catching my eye in a good way. It really needed a visual editor because I know Dillard could follow directions. So that is not a failure on Dillard. That's a failure on management. And I'm none too pleased with that because like Dillard is a guy that you could push. And I'm saying this from a professional standpoint. Like you can say, hey, no, I need this like this. I need this like this. I need to capture this feel. Like he's competent. You know, you gotta do it. And I think that because there was a lack of upfront monetary compensation, that that there was a hesitancy to supply proper leadership to him, and that a lot of stuff fell through the cracks. And it's like, I've seen his artwork. I know he could deliver better than that. And I'm like, that's not him though. That's leadership. So go get the buckler. Go get the buckler. Go get pencils down. Those books are great. And I'm saying that those books are great. You know, like I've said, you know, we've had our differences in the past. We are not friends by any means. But when I'm saying that, maybe that carries a little bit of extra weight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That I really want this guy to succeed. I don't wish anybody ill. You know, I want Eric July to succeed. I want all these guys to succeed, but unfortunately, I see some patterns of behavior that are holding them back. Like selling me a bug and trying to tell me it's a feature. I'm sorry, only Goat Simulator. Yeah. Ever play Goat Simulator?
I'm sorry, say that again?
Have you ever played Goat Simulator?
Oh, no.
Oh, dude. It's a game that was developed by some guys who were trying to make like a cool like third-person shooter game.
Yeah.
And this was their first attempt and it was terrible. It was just like the physics were all messed up and all this crazy stuff, right? And so they turned it into this goat simulator where you're running around as a goat, you grab things with your tongue. You cause general chaos, unlock extra goats, aka outfits, and just basically run amok, knocking things over, blowing things up. It's absolutely hilarious. And their tagline is, "It's not a bug, it's a feature."
That's fine.
Because the game is, it's just like if you were to take that game seriously, no, dude, that would end up with you in the hospital with an aneurysm, and the doctors don't know if you're going to make it through the night.
Chat, what up?
What's up? Hey, we got Justin Belmont. Why do I have dancing furries on the screen? No, she's got her hair done up like that, man. No, that's a flame-throwing fox, firefox, if you will. No. So, all right, the sales thing, right? All right, so Dillard's percentage of ownership. So that is not a gross profit deal. I mean, it's a great deal to own 40% of the characters. It's minority share, but controlling share, right? So good business deal, despite what other people might be trying to say. The problem is that, and this is not an uncommon deal. Like book writers get this deal a lot with publishers for prose, standard like novels and stuff, right? He should have gotten an advance. Let's see here. Who we got? What's up? How you doing?
What's up? Yeah, how's it going? I thought I'd just come in. Just that's what I heard. That's what I heard, that he had like I don't know if it was like 40%.
Yeah, but he should have gotten and what they do is it's called a liability-free advance on potential royalties, right? So
right,
like they pay him a bunch of money, saying like, look, we're going to predict safely that we'll make a certain amount of money, and so they could have set it at the $100,000 mark, right? And just gone, okay, so here's your paycheck in advance, If we don't meet that goal, then, and there's a deficit on paying that money out, then you're not liable for that. That's on us, right? But when we hit that amount, then you start making residuals, right? Pretty standard agreement. That's what Stephen King and J.K. Rowling and all these guys all did.
I suppose, just in case money could have been put aside, I guess I could concede that point of view.
Yeah, yeah.
It was an agreement made by two gentlemen. That's what they wanted to do. So
exactly. I just saw that I'm like, it's not a raw deal. It's not a clever deal. The cleverness would have been like, okay, we'll get a little bit in advance right now. Something that is going to like at least smooth the wheels on any of life's expenses and stuff.
Right.
And it could have been done on like a payment schedule. I'm sure Yellow Flash could have, and it wouldn't have to be a whole lot because Dillard's a resourceful guy,
right?
And yeah, it's going to take a while, and you expect a fair paycheck and whatnot. I'm like, take it as a lesson to be learned, not this is a bug. It's not a feature. So, but you got to have a little humility to do that. Go, oh yeah, I messed up, but I understand, because these days when you say, yeah, I messed up, people are like, oh, see, look at that. And
now you got a target on your back if you mess up.
Yeah. And it's like the internet's like, oh, look, you're a flawed human being because I've never made any mistakes in my life. I've never done anything bad.
Oh, yeah.
Record.
Nothing you can prove.
Yeah. Right. I'm only on
motions.com. I find it ironic that the book actually did kind of what took John Malin 60 days to make on his latest book. Flash made in 2. So I kind of don't think it's a flop.
No, I don't think it's a flop. I don't think it's going to have a super great return, but I think it's going to be a success. I would call it a success.
Anytime you get a customer, is a success.
Yeah. But I wouldn't call it a bragging point success, but I would say, no, this is a decent success, and honestly, its greatest value outside of the person enjoying it is to the company for the lessons learned, right? To go forward and be able to go, okay, cool. Now we learned a little bit, because none of these guys have MBAs.
Right. Also, I want to point out this, because some of these CG Kings keep going on about YouTubers. Why is it that Eric July and Yellow Flash shouldn't be making comic books, but your boy Zach?
I don't know. I don't pay attention.
I know, but he started. He was a YouTuber who made a comic book. He gets a pass.
Well, and that's actually an old nerd fight.
Yeah,
it's not new. It's an old nerd fight from like, comic book guys shouldn't be YouTubers. YouTubers shouldn't be comic book guys. Right. Nerds. Yeah. It's like, shut up and give me your lunch money. Dude, all y'all need to shut up and give me your lunch money. I'm hungry.
Everybody shake your pocket protectors and anchor.
That's right. Yeah, I'm gonna hold you upside down for your art supplies.
Yeah. That's just the point I kind of want to put out there. It's like, why does your boy Zach get a pass though?
Yeah, right. Well, he's
kind of hypocritical.
I mean, he is. Well, he was a writer before he was a YouTuber, but he is most known for it.
Right, but
his writing.
But he got known as a YouTuber, so
yeah. I don't know. They're all YouTubers, man. Like, like I was just saying earlier, it's like, yeah, this is like this show. This is a classic YouTube show. This is just us, right? It's just us pigs.
Yeah. Oh, the Metal says Dillard was really struggling during that production of the book.
Yeah, that's what I heard, and I remember there was other stuff, and I've always shared that stuff out. Like I said, there's no law of loss. Yeah. What it is between us will stay between us, because we're men. Right? We have to go up on the same stage and dance like monkeys. We gonna do it, and you're gonna be entertained. but it's so funny because as soon as the stream's over, like one of us just like, nope, just nopes right out.
Right.
No, it's cool.
The Irish goodbye.
Yeah, the Irish goodbye, and it stays good, you know, because I grew up knowing Julius Schwartz, and I remember I pestered the hell out of him to meet Stan Lee. Julius Schwartz and Stan Lee had nothing but the deepest disdain for each other. Like, for real. They loathed each other. But you know what? When finally got Julie to go up to Stan Lee and everything like that, they smiled, they shook hands, they talked smack via their characters, right? And then talked about doing Marvel DC crossover. And from that meeting came the early Marvel DC crossover that came starting to get.
You wouldn't probably get that. You probably wouldn't get that with Stan Lee and Jack Kirby though.
Well, even those two wouldn't say anything to each other if they were in the same room. And I did see them in the same room at the WonderCon. I got to meet Jack, and he he really, like, Stan Lee said hi, all nice and friendly like he does, because he was a carnival barker, and Kirby didn't even acknowledge his existence. You would have thought there was a ghost in the room.
Yeah. I think there was a guy that did like a biography about Jack Kirby, and I guess before the interview or before talking to him, he was told never to mention Stan.
Yeah. No, I think that was Glenn Fleming who put that piece together. Yeah, great guy. Oh man, really awesome.
Now that's a book I want to read.
Yeah, I want to get my hands on that. I have to buy a new copy of Charlie's London because mine was lost in transit. It did arrive to its intended destination that Charlie's London sent it to, but it did not make it past that point.
Oh, that's an interesting concept. That person has connections to Charlie Chaplin's estate, right?
Yeah, and they did a good, like, historical, licensed account of some crazy real stuff that actually happened, and splashed it up with a little bit of good writing, so it's not a dry history book. And the estate said, yeah, no, this is all perfect. This is great.
That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, I backed that one. I mean, during the plague, I probably spent a good $1,000. I was working while everyone else is stuck at home. I was stuck out in the quarantine zone, working with mostly with cleaning companies.
Oh well, I mean, I was in Texas, and we were considered essential. So,
but I was not a technician. I was the operations manager, and I was there to clean up their lines so they could get this job done and get on to the next one. These companies were struggling. I ran a business troubleshooting business. Worked with small businesses, mostly mom and pops, but also upwards of $1 million companies, largest commercial cleaning company in Los Angeles. Yeah.
Oh.
So, like, that's a lot of where some of my insight into what's going on with comics from.
How's it going, Buzz? He's been sitting
here. Sorry, man. He's just like these guys.
Just sitting here, just
enjoying the art, man. Just enjoying the art. Remind me.
He just was like listening, like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going over and doing like super fine line with this 0.15 millimeter
coming in
micron. Nice. The lighting in here is abysmal. It actually looks better on the monitor because I've adjusted the f-stop than it does in real life. I'm making this to make money. Hopefully, get on one of those streams. I know that there's plenty of people who got that stuff rolling around. And, I'm on friendly terms. I try to be on friendly terms. I'm your friendly neighborhood force multiplier, man. I'm here to help.
The guy who's okay with everybody, mostly.
I try. I really try. Some people make it a bit hard. And some people are, and almost every one of these people are not nearly the monsters ready to be by the opposite. I've met few monsters, and they get shoved out pretty quick. Whenever they rear their heads, people go, "Oh, it's you," and they just move on. The person loses relevancy. Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
In propaganda, it is lied. Oh my goodness, so many tiny little lines. Nice.
So what are we looking at here?
We got us a little bit of Lady Death going on right here. My camera, unfortunately, is made of potatoes.
She's made out. Wait, why is she made out of potatoes?
No, my camera, it's made of potatoes.
Oh, okay.
I have a potato cam. But it's mostly because the lighting in here is so dim that I have to adjust the f-stop, which reduces the resolution. It kills the resolution on. Yes. Now it is time to put counter sheen on this. Some white. Creep across this. Setting up my angles of attack right now. These are just going to be guidelines. Really roll might be on its last leg. I don't even think that's not even showing up, dude. Dang it, man. How much we got left? No, we're good. It's probably just gunked up with some black ink.
That looks like it's gonna be metal as fuck.
Oh, we got another person. Hey, speaking of the metal, what is up, my bud?
How's it going, metal? Long time no chat.
How's it been? I don't keep track.
Oh, well, you know. I think a few months back you said something in my DM group. I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure I talked in your DM group like 2 days ago.
Oh well, then it feels like it was 2 months ago. I lose track of what's going on sometimes.
The longing is real.
Like it feels like
No,
every time
that's
I turn
fine.
around, it feels like every time I turn around, there's something that happens. Like what?
I'm the type of guy that like I could not talk to you for 5 years, and then tomorrow I would act like it was just yesterday. It does, like I lose track of time myself.
Right.
Funny. Dang it, man. I'm gonna have to come up with a way to wipe this out. It also seems to like show up better once it dries up. So we'll see. We'll see.
Well, so far I think Melvin 4 has 21 pages done. I think page 22 is being worked on right now.
Oh hell yeah!
Nice.
That's what I like to hear, man.
Yeah.
Melvin is a book that has been leveling up every iteration.
Oh yeah, and I'll continue to do so.
That's the stuff I want to see, man. You know, this is another reason why I prefer the indies. You know, definitely well over mainstream. Is that indies got heart, dude? You know.
When was the first campaign I ever did? It was like what, 2020?
I think so.
Yeah.
It was
It feels like a lifetime ago, 2020, man.
Oh, I know.
That's crazy.
I think me and Sherwin was the first artist. We started working on on the book in 2019, and then in 2020 they had my first campaign. Technically, I started before that campaign, and then I didn't know what I was doing, so I had to refund everybody and start over.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that was a clusterfuck.
It happens.
Yep. Not the
Live
first.
and learn.
That's the wrong.
Yeah.
Almost the
And then
wrong
before
one.
then, the original version, because it was because the first issue was taken from a small story I had put on was it a print on demand site called Lulu.com.
Okay.
And then somebody made a mistake about telling me you'll never make it in comic books. I'm like, oh yeah, watch me.
oh yeah.
Spite
Which-
is the best driving force.
Oh yeah,
It really is.
I don't like people telling me where I can go and where I can't succeed. So you're just gonna make me go harder in the paint.
Right? It's that whole Miss Pancakes thing from, or you don't know me.
So what you been up to, Metal?
Oh, running around the desert, things like that.
Do you still do your YouTube show? I don't remember.
Yeah. Actually, I'll be doing one later today at like 9 Central.
Oh, I always thought it was always before Rick's show or after Rick's show. I think
The time has changed a couple times, but I do it Monday, Thursday at about 9 Central now. On Mondays we do like I call it super serial show time, so it's like movies, shows, comics, stuff like that.
Right.
Thursdays is Game Central Junction, which is where we do gaming, toys, collectibles, and things in that nature.
You still doing the Vomitorium?
No, those are on the Vomitorium.
Oh,
We just chopped it up into 2 finer, more specific shows.
Was Marsupial Gamer still your co-host?
Yep.
Okay.
How's Marsupial doing? I ain't heard from him.
I haven't heard that name in a lifetime.
Oh, he's doing
Right.
fine. But we actually live together, so like I see him all the time.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
He's currently off, probably at work, but last night he went off to his girlfriend's house. So.
Oh, okay.
Had the
All
whole
right, I
place
gotta-
to yourself,
yeah.
huh?
Oh yeah.
See if I can hit that stuff.
I actually should have like a full length version of Zed and Odysseus #1 coming out through Critical Blast.
Oh, dude, very cool.
Yeah,
They do
awesome.
have all the stuff. So yeah.
Dude,
So,
RJ's great. I love Critical Blast.
yeah.
He's reliable. He runs a smart operation. He will do his best.
And
Keep his price points as low as possible.
And then I guess I'm going. Well, I'm going to Jebus State Comic Con, which next month, and hand out some promo items. Kind of trying to get people to go and buy my book on Amazon. My books, plural.
There you go.
Hell yeah, dude.
Guerrilla
Hey,
marketing.
get out. Hey, yeah, no, sometimes you gotta get a little outlaw nights in your marketing.
Yeah. Got to think outside the box.
Right. Now, I know that some people like give what's his name, Phoenix Press and Fusilier, they give him a hard time sometimes about you're the way you advertise. I'm like, yeah, but if it works,
It works.
It works, dude. That's guerrilla marketing, right?
By any means possible.
That's right. That is absolutely right. Ooh. We
I mean,
are
if it-
getting closer and closer here.
If it works in music, why can't it work in comic books?
Yeah.
I mean, like, what was it? Those hardcore bands in the '80s. They used to play shows out of like what abandoned gas stations and whatnot.
Yeah.
Wherever they could. Yeah. Why can't it work with comic books?
Yeah, no, do it. Do it. Get your product out there. Get it in people's hands. Whatever gets attention. But it doesn't work. You gotta change up what you're doing.
Right.
I mean, if it works and you can meme it, then meme it. There are plenty of successful creators that they have leaned into the meme that is them.
Own it.
Yeah, they own the meme. They monetize the meme. They get the super chats. Well, you know what? Hey, business is business.
Well, as long as you're not making up SWAT stories and I got swatted again.
Oh. who's making up SWAT stories?
Oh, you know the whole Liam thing where he says that he's been swatted.
Oh, I don't know that one, man.
It's funny as hell.
I keep rooting for the guy.
Yeah.
And then I hear something silly. And I'm like, dude, just do your book, man. You're not.
Yeah. I mean, you had your own thing going. Don't ruin it.
He is unfortunately suffering from the Jerry Springer paradox.
You mean that he's been the butt of the joke, the center of attention, and the butt of the joke so long that he has to.
No, he really has, because he did like a Jerry Springer kind of show, and really marketed off of the drama, off of the interpersonal stuff.
Right.
That's what people are forever going to see him as.
Yeah, it's a Pandora's box situation. Once you open it, you can't close the lid again.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That is true.
That's why I stay your friendly neighborhood force multiplier. We could talk it out. We could even have a difference of opinion. We could look at each other and go, you know what? I respect your position. And then we could go talk about something. Why? Because this is nerd shit. Not worth getting. More important stuff. I mean, I could start going on a tirade of like, you know why we should decouple from the mainland Chinese economy? Because when they go to invade when West Taiwan goes over to visit with Taiwan, West Taiwan is going to lose all of its ports in 72 hours. They will have no port capability. And you think the disruption to the global supply chain is bad now? Just wait until they don't put out anything, not even just tariff things, nothing. Because that is what's going to happen. I've been looking at how the U.S. is setting up in the area, how other nations are setting up in the area, and it is all sorts of FAFO. So, buy local, build up that industry, pay a little extra. Just think of it as they're still crowdfunding. Prices are going to be a little hot.
Start making your own paper out of trees that you cut down in your yard. You know.
Right. Yeah. No. Well, we have. I mean, the U.S. is one of the largest suppliers of lumber in the world. We have the most sustainable lumber supply chain in the world. Dude, these forests our lumber forests are thicker than a natural forest by a long shot. I mean, by a long shot. So, yeah. No,
our lumber industry has put more trees on the planet than existed before the lumber industry.
Because aren't they required? Aren't they required to like replant after they cut them all down?
Oh yeah.
I mean, there are regulations about it, but they don't need to be incentivized more than the fact that they want to keep their industry growing. So they need future trees to cut down to sell.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And they're on 50-year plots. So every 50 years, you watch the grass get mowed. And by grass, I mean trees. They get mowed. It's a sight to behold. You get up into like Northern California through like mid Washington, you see these operations, and they're
Oh, yeah.
impressive,
Well, I mean, I grew up in Washington. I know how many trees are up there.
right? Yeah, they're impressive. My uncle worked in the logging industry for a while as a truck driver.
It wasn't unusual to go like on a trip with my grandfather to kind of chop some firewood out of what was left over when they chopped all those trees down.
Yeah.
Bring a chainsaw and they just load up the truck and then head on home.
Yeah, because they're going to be back in the morning to come do that themselves, and they don't want it.
Right.
You know, a lot of that is stuff that requires a lot of processing, and it's not in the normal budget. All right, so I think I've got that little.
There we
I
go.
really can't really see it too well, but I got that top little
There we go.
upside down star cross.
Oh, I see. I see what's happening there. She's sitting on some kind of throne or something.
Yeah. She's sitting on a throne.
How heavy metal? Like the heavy metal movie, the original.
Yeah.
That's like something that'd be right in there.
Yeah, something around that time, like old school heavy metal magazine, 2000 AD. Like
I still stand on the idea that heavy metal 2000 wasn't really that bad.
it wasn't
that good?
Well, it wasn't that bad either. The soundtrack was pretty good, at least. It worked.
Yeah,
well.
it was.
Soundtrack
Yeah.
It was
Soundtrack was dope.
passable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess people weren't ready for like a one story. They probably want to chopped up into different stories like the original.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, because heavy metal magazine's an anthology, anyways.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you want to stay on brand. It means once again we learn lessons here. We learn lessons. Stay on brand.
There we go.
Don't.
It still had the music and the over the top violence.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, well, it was FAC. So yeah, FAC is a recognizable character from heavy metal magazine. Of course, modeled by the gorgeous Julie Strain.
Yeah. Didn't she die a few years back?
I believe so. Mhm.
Yeah, she passed away.
Now I'm just coming in, adding highlighting, cleaning up some of the shine. Not give an illusion of shininess. Right?
Anyway, man, I'm gonna drop out of here. I just wanted to stop by. It's been a minute. Hopefully, I'll jump on some more stuff in the future.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love it, man.
I'll start making the rounds again with everybody. Now it's like
You're gonna make another. Was that one book you make, Ace or something?
Yep. Right now, I'm finishing Fulfillment, so get that done and then start this new anthology. It's launching on Kickstarter in July, so you'll be seeing
And
a lot
that's
more.
great because I like anthologies because you could get, you're buying like a bunch of little short stories, and if somebody's got more of those stories, boom.
What about
Right.
anthology stories that are formatted in like a Reader's Digest size?
Dude, that would be great.
That'd be dope. Yeah.
Pocketbooks always sell. I mean, people underestimate it. I'm like, dude, pocketbooks always sell. You got thick enough amount of material to slap into a little novella, dude.
Hey, there's a reason
Funny.
Archie's Digest was like the top seller for years.
Look, man, I'm a big fan of the ash cans. I think that beats a nice ash can, so you can see what I'm holding up.
The ash cans are cool.
Oh yeah, look at that.
There was this one guy that was he was having trouble making a full length book, and I said, why don't you just make a bunch of ash cans and then put them together?
Yeah.
Very cool. So yeah, I'll probably be doing a couple of those in the future too, man. So.
Edwin, thank you very much for stopping by, man.
Yeah, man, it's always good catching up.
Anytime.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice to see you're still at it making books.
Yeah, man. Thank
you.
you.
Yeah, never stopped. Never stopped.
Never. Can't get rid of me.
Not happening.
At the end, there'll be nothing but cockroaches and buzz.
That's right. I'm trying for those things like Ace, like I wonder where this came from. I'll be looking up, like, I wonder where that came from.
His book now localized in zombie and cockroach.
A long line of cockroaches going around the building trying to get an autograph.
Right. Yeah. I love it.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
Peace.
You have a great one, man.
Take it easy.
See, now we have the legend of Acevedo in post-apocalyptic nuclear times. I love it.
Yes.
I like good lore.
I would like to see that kind of put into one of his stories, like an intro.
Right? Yeah. No, that would be good.
He'd be the narrator of his anthology.
Yeah, a real life what if. That's fun.
Now, if you don't mind me, I need to glue my skin back on.
Yeah, don't mind me. It's a
It's melting off.
little hot out here.
Yeah, it already is on. Just staple.
That's right.
It's just a little fallout, nothing to worry about.
All right, where was I? Oh yeah.
You already got the stapler right there for assembling the comics too. You can just
right,
right there.
It's like inked in blood or something.
That's how it goes. Yo, Texas Mofo, what's up, dude? What is up, man? So yeah, no, I'm gonna go after the show today. Which shoot, you know what? We're over our time. Everybody go head over to the 4:00 fill-in over on Shadowhawk Talks channel. Because Rex is still out of town. And then I am going to disappear. I'm going to take a picture of this. I'm going to go outside where the lighting's actually good and I can get some resolution on it. But I'm going to take a picture of this and go post this to X to make sure you follow me. Where can they find you, fine gentlemen?
Well, you can find me on X under Tim Olson, and I'm on Facebook under Olsmax. And I know what you're thinking. Why? Well, because that was my backup YouTube, and my original one got nuked by YouTube on YouTube, Facebook for some reason.
Oh yeah, no.
No, literally, they gave me no explanation. I was trying to promote my print-on-demand book, and all of a sudden I didn't have a Facebook anymore.
Oh my goodness. That's crazy. All right. Well, everybody, you heard him. Get to it. Metal.
Yeah.
It's in the chat.
You can find
good.
me
There we go.
pretty much everywhere under I'm at a Metal. But I dropped in the chat my the link to the announcement for the Dreamscape Dilemma, which is the current book I'm working on. You can see all the pages that they're done early if you subscribe to the Patreon. The link is inside that announcement. Pays both me and the artist because I'm mostly doing the writing on that one, as well as some other minor art stuff and lettering and all that. But you can also find me later today on the Vomitorium Live at about 9 Central. You convert that to whatever your time zone, and we'll be talking about shows and stuff. So maybe comics, who knows?
Awesome, dude. Awesome. Great. That's fantastic. And everybody out there in TV Land, go on over to Shadowhawk Talks as he is filling in for the 4:00 Shadow. And I will see you later. I'm going to get to work on getting some stuff formatted. I got to get the Steins. I'm doing the color separations and whatnot, and getting it prepped for print from James Lee with Don Edwards on the colors. All right, join us up here tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern for the Digital Bullpen. And until next time, be magnificent, bastards.